I'm wondering if you always found yourself in a position of class president or leader of as you were growing. Is that innately in you, or where did you learn it? Did you have a mentor? Did you have someone that really exemplified leadership to you? Where does that come from?
That I have pondered before, and I think it's a little bit of both. I'm naturally, I've got the red hair gene, so I'm naturally kind of fiery. I wish I was more even keeled, but I can have a temper and get very excited at times. I was very competitive. I think some of it comes from, sibling rivalry and having an older brother who was good at sports that I had to live up to. Part of it comes from I was shorter growing up. I didn't hit my growth spurt until like 7th or 8th grade. So, but that, I think that's, so there's nature and nurture there. But the big thing for me is my father every summer would take a week out of his schedule and be a camp counselor at something called Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. In New Mexico and Southwest Texas, every summer, they took one boy out of every high school, voluntarily, of course, and put him in a leadership camp. So you had some of the best and the brightest from around the region. And it was a full week where you were in cabins. Each cabin would give themselves a name, and then they would compete on sports, on speaking, it was such an incredible week. And because my dad was in Rotary and he liked those things, he started bringing us from when we were kids. So when I was like 5 or 6, I would go for the last weekend and I would be around these amazing older guys. And as a young boy, of course, I looked up to them. That was like, I want to be like these guys. And so I learned, you had to come up with kind of your chance and how to compete as a team. And man, I just ate that stuff up. I just love it. I did that all, and then I started going for the entire week so that they let me stay, and I was basically one of the team, in 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. And then I, of course, when I was old enough, I did it myself. And I just think it's a lot of factors. I don't know. I do think leadership can be learned. I think anybody can reinvent themselves, and it's pretty cool when you see somebody totally just decide, you know what? I'm going to be this person who, I know a girl that was like in a dead end job, and she's like, you know what? I'm just going to influence women. I'm going to work from Colorado and Miami. I'm going to split my time. I'm going to be a coach virtually, and I'm going to turn into a thought influencer just out of the blue. And then she did it. And I love that kind of stuff. I think people, life's short. Do what you're called to do. And it doesn't matter what age you are either.
Amazing, right?